So today I'm with my friend Winson Chan. He and I go back a long time. We've been working together
Yes, we
on
did.
AREAA, which is the Asian Real Estate Association of America, and he is the vice president right now of the Toronto chapter, and he's also been very involved with the Real Estate Council,
Yeah.
and REIC is what we call it. Anyway, so Winson, welcome. Great to have you here.
Yes, I love to give you a virtual hug. And usually this time of the year, we should traveling together, right? Like I think last
I
time we met
know.
was in New York. And yeah, I actually see you more often away from Toronto. I think
Yeah, that's true.
we are more connected here through Zoom in
Yeah,
Toronto. I never
yeah,
basically see you in Toronto,
yeah. Well,
always in San Francisco, elsewhere.
I try to go out to all your openings. I follow what you're doing. You've been a great
Yes.
support for the real estate community for years, and I always applaud you. I think it's wonderful, the leadership you give. So tell me a little bit about the market pre-COVID, and
Mhm.
let's talk about the market. And just so everybody knows, Winson does a lot of work in new construction. So I think he's our new construction guy. He can tell you a lot about that. But I give you the floor, Winston. Talk about all of Toronto and new construction here.
Right. I'm just a glorified salesperson. So I'm fortunately involved with also a Tridel, which it's
Yeah.
basically I have my entire career there for the past 25 years. What I can share with you for our industry in terms of new homes too, a lot of people think that we stop, but we're not. Like construction wise, very close to your neighborhood, via blower, pre-COVID and post-COVID, we continue. Obviously, we follow the state of emergency, the safe protocol. Our number one directive right now is it's safety and health. So we follow all the direction, and fortunately, because of the experience and the safety protocol that we have in place, we'll be able to continue our construction, either below grade and now above grade too. So on that part, we'll kudos to our local hero, I call them, our team member who work on site. We still, people are still moving. And interestingly, we also be able to register 2 buildings. One
Oh,
in
great.
Queen Spadina SQ2,
Yeah.
you know of.
Yeah.
Aquavista, the one that I show you from the beautiful models that we have, we be able to register the building too. So for that, on that note, we continue the best that we could,
Yeah.
adjusted to the new normal. Sales team wise, like what we do now, I think we have some Zoom or virtual fatigue.
Yeah, I think so too.
We have appointment every hour and all that too. Sales
I
team do
know.
exactly the same. We
I
try to
know.
do our best. Although we are restricted right now, we still continue to do sales in the business.
Just as an aside and in full disclosure, I did buy a property in Via Bloor, and I found it fascinating. In the past couple of months, we've had to meet with our design team to see if there's any changes or, things that we want to, and make decisions. But we did it all online. So rather than
Yes, and
going in, around Christmas time, I think we had a meeting face to face in your design studio. But now we did it all on Zoom. We did it all electronically. We saw the changes that were being made as they were being made, and it was incredible.
yeah,
It really was.
interestingly, that was not because of COVID, Richard. We had been pioneer. We called it a virtual deco center before.
Yeah, yeah,
For people like yourself, you're so busy, you're traveling all around. As I said,
yeah.
I seldomly see you in Toronto. That will be a good tool for you. So, and I think this is the positive that before, very interestingly, people are reluctant to use virtual tours, and I think the COVID challenge that we have and kind of force us to be a little bit more efficient towards
Yeah.
that too. And for the sales wise, it took me 20 years to sell you this beautiful condominium, so I'm excited about that too.
Yeah, it does. I'm a slow mover. No, you know what? I love having a house. I love having a garden, but I think there's a time and a place. And, I
Yeah.
just want to, as I tell people, I want to be able to be, having a good time in Mexico and say, oh, I won't come back for another 2 weeks. And it's easy when you've got a condominium, but you can't do that when you have a house. It's there's things that have to be looked after, and it's a constant.
Yeah,
So
I have to congratulate myself to pass the Richard Silver test. Hooray!
yeah, I finally bought a condo from you.
Yeah,
I know, and I'm really excited about it. I think we look
likewise.
forward to it. Listen, if I could tomorrow, I would. I would
Yes.
move in right away tomorrow. It'd be a little cold on that floor with no walls, but it'll happen.
Yep.
Anyway, so COVID has not slowed you down. Where are a lot of the purchases, the new purchases? Where are they coming from?
Interestingly, obviously, like the number, it's not as the same before, to be very honest. But
No.
I think I was surprised about the activities, and then we actually do some sales too. Sales are happening locally too, because honestly, COVID did not change their life plan. They need to move. They needed to move. Sometime opportunity is there. They would need it to, and as this is actually what I inspire by you, and you are a global ambassador for many years ago, and what you've been telling us is true. Although yes, we are suffering here by various challenges too, we are a city globally connected. 50% of us are not originally from Toronto. Like say, for the geopolitical challenge happening in Hong Kong, they're ready, and
Oh
especially
my God.
and especially pre-construction, it's kind of perfect too, because if they ask you to move like now, they may not be able to. But if pre-construction would give them a plan that in a couple of years that will accelerate the plan to move in. We have folks coming from there too. We also have empty nester, using your term, I actually copy from you again, the right sizing. We do have purchaser from the Thornhill area move to the Royal Bayview area that John and Bayview area that was making the move and all that too. So yes, the numbers down, but there's still activities out there. We move our team virtually. We can we just launched Tridel Life like this week. People be able to make appointment. Your team be able to make appointment with your customer, and we do everything virtually.
Yeah, it's amazing. One of the criticisms that I have when I'm trying to speak to a homeowner, they say, you know what, I would move into a condo, but they have such high maintenance fees. And I go, well, have you ever sat down and totaled what it costs you to live in this house?
Absolutely.
Because I did that, and that's why I'm moving to a condo now. I did that, and I know that I can live in a very, very in the lap of luxury and not have to have the worries that a homeowner does have. So, I mean, there's always the balance. I love the garden. I loved all those things. I love the entertaining we could do in the house, but there's a time for everything. For every time there is a season.
I think that is so true, and in our line of selling, we always come across, and I use a new term called selective calculation. Some of the homeowners forget about the investment they put on the roof, and how about their own personal time, windows, and all that too. They use selective calculation, but actually a maintenance fee is more predictable. And then you have a set income, especially for folks are retiring too. That is actually better financial planning. But you can do a seminar on that.
Yeah, that subject is crazy. And most of the time when people come back to me after they've done an honest calculation, they say, you know what, not so bad to have a maintenance fee, and that's especially when it includes a wonderful pool, a wonderful gym, all the other things that we get when we buy one of the new condos.
Yes,
so
it is.
It's pretty amazing. So you see the next couple of years as being up, down, across. Where do you think we're going to go?
Well, I think, again, I don't have a crystal ball, but since I'm coming from a major metropolitan city like Hong Kong, I see Toronto is going that direction. So no matter what, like if you take a look at a major metropolitan city like New York, Tokyo, Hong Kong, condo living, it's really the way to go. It's not just echoing by, we call it a right sizer or smart sizer, but it's also the millennial too. As much as we enjoy backyard and all that too, they more enjoy the personal choice and space and be able to go to work or the activities will be. the new luxury, it's like the new level of personalization. And then in terms of the condo, with all this amenities that we can collectively build for the personal enjoyment, and right now people cannot travel, but hopefully eventually people would continue back to travel to this type of lifestyle. And I think condo, it's kind of the way to go, and especially for the the smart size or right sizer too. A stair would be a big challenge. Like if you have elevators, and then we have a lot of various amenities that can elevate their level of enjoyment too. I think that would be the way to go.
I think every building should have a doggy spa.
Well, we do, and one of our building at the well too, we actually have a pet exercise area.
So, oh my God, great!
But you think about this too, because since so many people are living in the building too, so we can use the financial resources and design some of the amenities that may not be able to enjoy it in a single detached home. And you could do so, but obviously may not be cost effective and so forth.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful option. I think people need to look at it, and I'm glad. My message sort of has been the market will change. We'll be there. We'll make any accommodations we have to. We'll go down any road we have to, and I think that's really the best thing. But I'm not hopeful that we're going to have a nice stable economy. I think we're going to be up and down over the next couple of years. So
yeah, but honestly, Richard, we did that before. Like we have mini tests before, like 9/11, SARS, and financial crisis. Every now and then too, we still have this type of challenge too, and I think may not have this type of level too. But I think through the past challenge, especially as City of Toronto, as Scopely Inspire and resilient, I think we definitely be able to get through it. And after all, the prediction that I can have is I think after the COVID will be more connected, like you and I, be a better version of ourselves because we kind of empower and prepare, and we'll have better team, better product, and moving forward.
I love that. After COVID, we're going to be a better version of ourselves, and I think that's so true. I think what I think people have learned that creativity. Like we say, challenge is a challenge leading to opportunity. Absolutely. And the opportunity is creativity, and I think that's what's really important. So I just want to say thank you again. You're my little brother. I love you, and
you inspire me, sir.
and me too. You. Oh my God, we should start a fan club for each other.
Well, that's why everybody recognized that you and I are brother, right? So that proves it.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody looking at the screen would realize that
yes, you see the resemblance.
Look alike. Yeah,
yep,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay, Chese.
Okay, thank you.